You've heard of a root beer float, and probably a Coke float, and maybe you've even tried a cheerwine float, but in this episode of the Studio Review, I'm making floats out of Mountain Dew Baja Blast, Dr. Pepper, Tropical Sprite, Watermelon Red Bull, and Grape Crush. For each of these drinks, I'm going to be answering the question, will it float? And at the end, I'll let you know which, if any of these, are worth trying at home. Alright, let's get to it. First up is Baja Blast. As a side note, I had to drive 30 minutes each way to grab this Baja because the local Taco Bell is undergoing renovations. Okay, here we go. Wow, that is really good. I mean, whew. I don't know what to tell you. That is going to be hard to beat tonight. This is actually blown up on TikTok a lot recently. People are saying that you can go get soft serve ice cream from McDonald's and then drive to Taco Bell for a Baja Blast, combine the two. But I'd also say it works pretty well with just home-style vanilla ice cream. This is an easy one for me. Mountain Dew Baja Blast will definitely float. Next up is Dr. Pepper. I saw a tweet recently that described Dr. Pepper as barbecue Sprite, and I can't get that image out of my head. I know this sounds crazy, but personally, I've always felt like Dr. Pepper has had a little bit of like a chocolate taste to it. It's supposed to have 23 flavors, so it's not like out of the question that cocoa is one of the flavors. All right, cheers. All right, so I would say this is the same genre as like the Coke float, root beer float. It's definitely not the craziest thing I've ever had, but still pretty good. I might even pick it over a root beer float if I had the choice. So I can say with a high level of confidence for Dr. Pepper, that'll float. Okay, next up is Tropical Sprite. Alright, I've never actually had Tropical Sprite, so I'm going to try some of this first, then I'll try the float. I don't know for sure, but it kind of reminds me of Sprite Remix from like 2005. Do you guys remember Sprite Remix? Alright, time to try the float. Okay, I'm kind of surprised by this one, but I would say that the float tastes better than the actual soda. I don't think I would choose Tropical Sprite if I had other choices, but the float makes it taste kind of like a sherbet, and it really brings out the pineapple flavor in the soda. So I was not expecting this, but I'm gonna say Tropical Sprite, that'll float. All right, next up is Watermelon Red Bull. Okay, for starters, this is definitely the coolest looking one so far. And I will say when I tried this with regular Red Bull, it was terrible. So I have slightly higher hopes because I really like watermelon flavor and I want this to be good. Cheers. Okay, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of disappointed by this one. I feel like the watermelon flavor was kind of bitter, like the Red Bull flavor still came through despite the ice cream, despite the watermelon. Maybe if I try this with Mountain Dew Major Melon or another watermelon flavored soda, it might turn out better. But watermelon Red Bull, that's not gonna float. All right, and last but not least is Grape Crush. All right, I don't have super high hopes heading into this one. First of all, it does not look that great, and second of all, it smells like one of those lollipops you'd get at the doctor's office as a kid. Here goes nothing. That is sweet. It's like tart. Okay, I think if you like those lollipops, you might like this, but for me, I'm gonna say Grape Crush. That doesn't float. Okay, and as promised, my recommendation for what you should try at home, I would definitely recommend the Baja Blast float. Maybe try out the combination with the McDonald's soft serve and come back and let me know what you think. And you can comment below with your suggestion for what drink I should try in float form next. I still have a bunch of suggestions from the last video. The one I'm most intrigued by is LaCroix. Like, will that even taste like anything? But yeah, let me know what you think I should try next. And if you missed the first one, you can see me test Mountain Dew Code Red, Coke with coffee, and regular Red Bull. And you can watch that right here. And hey, just remember that even when it doesn't feel like it, it's gonna be okay. I'll see you soon.